Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Savant Technology and CloudGaia webinar using Salesforce to create closer connection across the value chain. I'm Aaron Yadagari, Managing Director of Savant Technology. I'm pleased to be joined by Eleo Cabizas and Christian Andrada from CloudGaia. Our agenda today is to cover how Salesforce applications are optimizing consumer goods and retail sector, why choosing the right technology is mission critical for your business, brief demo of recently launched consumer goods cloud, how you can quick start with Salesforce. We will have a question and answer session at the end. Please submit your question by clicking on the comment box on the right-hand side of your screen. Before I hand over to Eleo for the presentation, I'm going to talk to you about Savant Technology and CloudGaia partnership and what we hope to achieve together. CloudGaia brings real expertise in the Salesforce domain. They are a Platinum Salesforce exclusive consulting partner with expertise across core, marketing cloud, commerce cloud, and integration. At Savant Technology, we want to leverage our relationships in the market to introduce CloudGaia onto Salesforce projects by introducing their team remotely to complement clients' existing teams, or alternatively for CloudGaia to take responsibility for part of the project in the overall program. CloudGaia will assist Savant by introducing Savant as their recruitment partner, as well as technically interviewing candidates on behalf of Savant Technology for respective clients. This will help Savant and our clients with the quality of the candidate represented to them. Two other matters to cover very quickly. The webinar today is free and complimentary. However, our charity of choice is Action for Children, raising funds for homeless children. I would encourage you to donate to the charity. There is a link on our invite where you can make your donation. The last item before I hand over to Eleo is your feedback at the end. On the back of the session today, we are hoping to run a series of webinars in this domain. Please share your thoughts about today and what might be useful to you for the future. I will hand you over to Eleo and Christian for the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Miran. We are CloudGaia. We are a Salesforce Platinum Consulting Partner, and we wanted to start this webinar by saying a big thanks to all of you for joining us. And this thanks is on behalf of all CloudGaia's family that you can see here in these pictures. So thank you again for joining us on this webinar. As Miran said before, we will do an introduction to Salesforce, then we will tell you about who we are as CloudGaia. We'll talk about the consumer goods and retail industry, its pains, and we'll show you a brief demo, but really interesting one about it. So please stay here and enjoy it. And finally, we will go over about a really nice solution we have developed called the Starter Packs for you to quick start with Salesforce. Before doing this intro regarding Salesforce, I would like to submit a poll for all of you to participate and see how familiar you are nowadays with Salesforce. So you will find a poll in your screen. Please participate. I will give 10 to 15 seconds. The question is, do you know Salesforce? Yes, I've heard of it. Yes, I'm familiar with it, or no? So we are collecting responses. There are some people missing in the voting. So please, oh, great. Well, we have collected many of the responses. Most of you have said that are familiar with Salesforce. That's great. And a third of you have heard of it. There is a 0% that haven't heard of Salesforce, so great. What happens today is that we as customers expect seamless experiences whenever we interact with a brand or a company. Yeah, and if we had a really good experience in the past, we expect the upcoming ones to be at least as good as the last one. And it doesn't matter if my last experience was with your brand or with another brand. When I will interact with your brand, I will expect that experience to be as good as my last experience. And it doesn't matter also if my last experience was in another industry. I will look forward to have a really good buying or customer assistant experience, for example. So what's happening today, and in a really accelerated way, is that people evolve, their expectations evolve as well, business models evolve, and technology evolve as well. So the standards today will not be the standards tomorrow. So you need to be up to it and react quickly. If your customers struggle whenever they want to interact with your brand or company, you are not doing it right. So nowadays, it is mission critical for you to put the right people and technology in place to give your customers the best possible journey when interacting with your brand. That's critical. And to do that, the good news is that Salesforce is here to help you blaze that trail to succeed. Over 150,000 companies, both big and small, have trusted Salesforce and are growing their businesses with Salesforce. So, what is Salesforce? Salesforce is a customer relationship management solution, but it is more than a CRM. It is an all-in-one platform, an all-in-one 360 platform, as you can see in the screen, that puts customers in the center, that puts customers first. And that is, again, critical for your business. So it will give all your departments, sales, marketing, customer service, a single and shared view of the customer. And that's really powerful because it will help your company get closer to your customers. Salesforce brings them together. And let me insist on this, Salesforce is not a product. Salesforce is a solution. And the good news is that part of the people, which is critical for you to have in place to be successful, are partners. And we, as CloudGaia, are one of them, and a very special one. We are a Salesforce Platinum Consulting Partner, 100% dedicated to Salesforce. All of our professionals, our savvy professionals, are 100% devoted to Salesforce. And that's why they know every aspect of the solution. They know every corner of it. And we are absolutely proud of that. We have nowadays more than 200 Salesforce certifications. We have a tremendous growth last year. And what you can see in this slide is the really well-balanced mix of certifications that we have as CloudGaia. We are not everyone developers or everyone admins. We have a really strong mix. And for example, we have 48 architect certifications, and there are many of our team members going for the CTA, which is the most powerful architectural certification for Salesforce. And Chris, which is here in this webinar on behalf of CloudGaia also, is in the road to CTA. We are absolutely proud of it. He has more than 17 Salesforce certification, and it's a lot, believe me. So please enjoy everything he has to tell you. What you can see now here is that it's CloudGaia's organization, and it is really strong that we have Salesforce at the center of it. The heart of our organization is Salesforce. Surrounding that heart of our organization, we have 4 main areas. The core area, where you can find the Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, and Communities Cloud practices. Marketing Cloud area, We have a dedicated team with a lot of experience in big brands that can quick start Marketing Cloud and operate Marketing Cloud. We have a commerce dedicated area, a team that is growing really fast and nowadays is tackling one of our most challenging projects in Latin America for a big retailer of sports shoes. And finally, what we've started growing is a team devoted to integrations. Whenever you need to integrate your legacy systems with Salesforce, for example, this is an area that will help you do that with success. Of course, that customer areas, that 4 areas are surrounded by our corporate development and business development areas. But one thing really important here are the success areas that you can see in the right side of our organization. There you have the project management office in charge of all the projects and the resource allocation for them. You have the client engagement area, which is responsible for being really close to our clients and make the project successful. The development area, which is always backing the 4 areas I've mentioned before, together with quality assurance and release management. And finally, the user experience, which is a really key area for us right now and for everyone implementing Salesforce, because as I've said before, the customer experience is becoming more and more relevant with time. And finally, but not less important, let me tell you 2 things that make CloudGaia really special. The first one is how we envision our teams related to our clients. We envision ourselves as a team that is made up of our team and our client's team. We all work together. We do not feel like a team isolated, developing a solution and then delivering that as a capsule to our client. No, that's not what we are looking for. We are looking for a team, a long, true partnership with our clients to set up a team and to be successful and to all be part of the journey. That is one thing. And the other thing is that we always look at the now, what our clients need to do now to win and grow, but we also have a mindset to look at the next evolution of our clients' business. So we want to make all your roadmap a successful one. And that's really key, and we are absolutely focused on that. We are located all around the world. Our headquarters are in Buenos Aires. We have offices in Denver, and a few years ago we have put our feet in Europe, both in London and in Barcelona. And now, as we are expanding in South America, we will open offices in Quito and Bogota. And here what you can see is all the clients that have trusted CloudGaia. At the top of this list, you can see many of them related to the consumer goods and retail industry, but we are not only dedicated to that industries. We have many clients related to the financial service industry and other industries as well. So you can count on us to evolve together and to be successful in any of your projects. We will be delighted to help you. And let me do a pause here to encourage you to start putting all your questions in the Q&A text box you will find in the right-hand side of the screen. Please put all your questions there. We will go over them in the Q&A session. All these clients have trusted CloudGaia. We are evolving together, and we want to evolve together with you as well. And as we have a really proven track record in the consumer good industry, we have seen many pains that are being part of that landscape. And you will find some of them really related to the consumer goods and retail industry, but some of them are related to every industry. So you might feel familiar with them. Let me start by this one, which shows that only in the US, more than $200 billion are spent in merchandising and marketing actions in store. But if you for example, are leading a consumer goods industry, if you are a leader in that space, there is a 52% chance that you are not happy on how that plans are being executed in stores. And that means that more than $100 billion are being spent in poor in-store execution. So you need to improve on retail execution. This is relevant. This is really relevant for your business. And for example, whenever a customer gets into a store and your brand is there or your product is there, you need to be sure that the product is in the right variety, in the right position, at the right price, and with the right promotion. In fact, you need to make sure that you are turning the store where your product is in the perfect store. That's absolutely key. If your customers go inside the store and see a poor execution, they may get the wrong message. And if they get the wrong message, they may be confused. And if they are confused, they may switch to another brand. And you do not want that. That is a real flaw for your business, and you need to tackle it as soon as possible. Here, what you can see is that consumer good leaders, half of them are only satisfied with their field sales productivity. I mean, the people who are in the street that go into the stores and look how things are doing there. Only half of the consumer good leaders are happy with their field sales productivity, and less than half of them are happy with how the field sales are leveraging their customers' insights from the stores. And this is honestly a very important point, because if you are not being able to leverage the insights, not only from the customers, but from the store owner in the store, you are not being able to be efficient, and consequently, your speed to market is not the best one. So you need to focus on this also. This is a very interesting point, and this is data from the US alone and pre-COVID-19 pandemic. What it shows is that 90% of the sales are being done still in the traditional retail channel. People go to buy to the store, and only 5% of the sales are being done online. But what happens? What we are seeing is that from all the sales growth year over year, the growth itself, about 40% of that growth is accounted to online sales. And that's very, very relevant. Why? Because in fact, although it is not the biggest piece of the cake, online sales is growing a lot. And here, what we can see is that the direct to consumer relationship and strategies are becoming also very, very relevant. You need to be closer to your customers. You need to be able to capture their insights as soon as possible and to act upon them. And another thing is data. What we are seeing nowadays is that many of our clients and many of the consumer good leaders are putting the data on a third party. But data is becoming really important as to the speed to market, and you need to start having in mind that having data of your own, like first party data, is really, really important for your business. And finally, during this COVID-19 pandemic, what has been forecasted is that for 2020, 14.5% of all the retail channel will be accounted to retail e-commerce sales. And if you compare that to the figure of 2019, which was 11%, it is a 30% growth. That is a huge growth. For example, in food and beverage category, the growth has been more than 58%. That is a staggering growth. What we are seeing here is that this growth is being unprecedented, that in 3 or 4 months, the e-commerce industry has grown what was forecasted for 2, 3, or 4 years. So we are facing a real acceleration in the go-to-market strategies and how people is adopting some habits of consumption. For example, click and collect from the stores. So finally, let me tell you that we are here to help you evolve in this manner, to help your business stabilize and grow and turn this COVID-19 crisis into opportunities. We have a dedicated team for e-commerce regarding Salesforce, being able to turn your business in a storefront, in a website. So please count on CloudGaia to evolve in this situation. Now, I will handle the webinar to Chris. Chris will jump in. Chris has a lot of experience in the consumer good industry. He knows every aspect of Salesforce. As I told you before, he has 17 Salesforce certification, and he is one of our Salesforce technical architects that is in the road to CTA. So we are absolutely sure that he will approach it soon, really, really soon. So Chris, you can jump in.
Many thanks, Alejo, for the introduction. I am really happy to be here. I have been working with Salesforce since many years together with CloudGaia, and I'm going to try to share with you 2 experiences of projects that we realized on 2 of our biggest customers. I cannot disclose the name of these customers, but I can assure you all that you know about them. So the first project that we are going to mention is CAMA. CAMA stands for Key Account Management Automation. So the issue here was that the key account managers were in charge of many complex processes. Some of them were running in SAP, others in Salesforce, and the very old ones in Basis. Therefore, there was no connection between the systems to sync the customer data, and this leads to a lot of duplicated and unaligned data. Also, Salesforce was really underused, and this was really important for them. So what did we do to solve this issue? We adopted Salesforce as the central hub of activity and project management. This means we were going to use Salesforce as the main system for these processes. We use Lightning Experience to build an optimal user interface and configure Salesforce to support processes that were held in the other platforms. And finally, what did we achieve with this? Well, first of all, the life of the account managers is now much easier as they have everything centralized in Salesforce. And one of the main activities that is really important is that they can store a lot of documents now in Salesforce, and this is really, really important for them. In fact, the customer is really happy with CAMA. They have adapted it as a product inside of the Salesforce instance, and they continue to evolve it as they have now several projects to extend the solution. So this was a really success story for us. The second project that I am going to mention is Frontline. Frontline is a scoring solution application. Frontline is heavily focused on retail execution. So what happened with Frontline? First of all, we have the field sales reps. They need to have their work simplified with proper information of the stock and what they need to do when they visit the store. The second user that was interested in Frontline was the sales managers, and they were like really up to visualize reports and dashboards to measure how good the adoption of the product is. They also wanted to compare stores. Let's say you have 2 bars, you want to compare how good a bar is doing against another bar, right? For your brand, for example. And finally, we have the dispatchers, and they are really interested in the route optimization and visit planning, as this is really important for them because they can plan ahead and optimize the travel time of the different field sales reps. So what did we do? At that point in time, the customer team developed a mobile custom application to cover the mobile requirements. Therefore, we were in charge of the Salesforce integration and configuration. So we developed a full integration between the customer mobile application and Salesforce using mainly REST APIs, and we configured Salesforce to satisfy the complex scoring model and the new visit planning functionality. This was really a really important task because they have a lot of business rules and the scoring system was really complex. So we calculated these KPIs in Salesforce and we integrate them with the mobile application to keep the data synchronized. So what did we achieve with this? First of all, for the field sales rep, we made their life much easier. For example, when a field sales rep arrives at the store, he or she knows everything that needs to be done and the visit is way more optimal. For the managers, we provided them a way to measure the different KPIs for each account. They were really interested in this, as I just mentioned before, and a better way to evaluate the field sales rep performance. So you can track how well a field sales rep is doing when he visits the store. Let's say maybe he do all these tasks and he lasts 7 minutes to accomplish the visit, right? And for the dispatchers, there were huge improvements of visit planning and route optimization. So these are only 2 cases of how to optimize your Salesforce solutions on the consumer goods cloud industry. We have a lot of other success stories involving Salesforce clouds, other Salesforce clouds, and for different industries. So as you might have heard, the last project that I mentioned leads me to talk about the Salesforce Consumer Goods Cloud. Why is this? Because I mentioned that the customer for Frontline, the scoring solution application, need to develop a full mobile application, right? And also we need to step in on the Salesforce side to build a 2-way integration. In this case, the system was Salesforce, but the system could be maybe SAP, for example, right? So this causes the customer a lot of time, effort, and money. But now, Salesforce recently launched the Consumer Goods Cloud, which is a fully out-of-the-box solution that runs on the Salesforce mobile application. This is actually built on top of Salesforce, so therefore it's fully integrated with Salesforce. And also, and it is really important, it is integrated with Salesforce Maps. This is really useful for route optimization. On top of that, it's really easy to configure and start using. So you might be wondering, actually, what is the Salesforce Consumer Goods Cloud? The Salesforce Consumer Goods Cloud is an industry-specific solution built on top of Salesforce that provides the best retail management capabilities. Salesforce Consumer Goods Cloud help you to optimize store visits, create relationships across the entire value chain, and accelerate in-store productivity. Moreover, it will take a step ahead of your competitors. This is because it's going to leverage artificial intelligence to improve the audit accuracy and skyrocket your business growth. And as Alejo stated before earlier today in this webinar, retail execution is key to compete and to turn every store into the perfect store. So to carry on now, I am going to show you a demo that I made so you can see the Salesforce Consumer Goods Cloud retail execution in action. Okay, as I mentioned, this demo is going to showcase retail execution process for the Consumer Goods Cloud. So the main processes that retail execution is about is onboarding new accounts and stores. It's about define new products and assortments, to launch new store promotions, to define metrics and targets for store visit tracking, and one of the main ones is to create and execute visits. The following demo is going to follow this process that is one of the main ones. So following with the visits, the first thing we are going to cover is how to create a visit. So here we are on our Salesforce instance. This is a demo instance. We are on the home page. We are going to go and click in the visit tab. And now here on the visit, we are going to go click new as we want to create a new visit, right, for today. So here we have a form. As you can see, we have visit priority. Let's say we are going to fill it with medium for this example. We are going to fill the account. for this one, we have a dummy account that is Alpine Nutrition. We are going to leave the cases blank for now, and we are going to be filling the place. We can select 4 types of objects for the place. We can select addresses, location, retail stores, and stores, but we are going to be using retail stores as they are one of the main objects on the Consumer Goods Cloud because it is really linked with other objects and really important legacy objects from Salesforce. Here we are going to select Alpine Nutrition Austin. Then the visitor, we can select a contact or people. We are going to go with people as I created the demo user, which is a field sales demo user. So we are going to select it. And then we are going with special instructions. Let's say, be careful, for example. We are going to fill the date of the visit. Let's say the visit is going to last 30 minutes, starting at 2:30 p.m. Same day, ending 30 minutes later at 3. So we are going to click save. And here we have our visit created. So the second step is to execute the visit, and this is done in the mobile application. So I just log in the Salesforce mobile application as the field sales demo user that I just showed you. And now we are going to click the menu. And we are going to go to retail execution. So here we should see one visit, right? The one that we created for today, and it is assigned to us. So yeah, there we are. We have one visit for today, and this is for Alpine Nutrition Austin, and it's going to last 30 minutes with the medium priority, right? So going forward, we are going to be clicking on Alpine Nutrition, the visit, right? Just to examine how the visit is. As you can see, we have no tasks here. I am going back to it in a minute, but then we are going to go to notes and overview. Here in overview, you can see that the special instruction that I just mentioned, right? Be careful. And we have the previous visit, previous orders, store details, account details, among others. So let's see why we don't have any tasks for this visit. Let's go back to Salesforce. Now we are in Salesforce again. This is our visit, the one that we just created. And we are going to go on the right. As you can see, we have the action plans, right? The action plans are in charge of selecting the tasks that the field rep is going to be doing when he arrives to the store. So let's go ahead and create a new action plan. Let's click on new plan. Let's put a name to the new plan. Let's say Consumer Goods Demo. Let's put the start date. And we can select a template right now. A template is going to have preset tasks that we might use. Let's say we have a bar. We want to do this 3 tasks for a bar, right? And these 4 tasks for a restaurant. So we can preset the task that we want to do depending on the store type. So let's use this, that is the primary visit template. And now we are going to click next. As you can see, as we selected the template, we have all the preset tasks. In this case, we have in-store survey, planogram check, inventory check, place order, promotion check, and asset check. And on the right, we have require, right? This is really important because we can set a task to be required to the field sales rep in order to close the visit. So let's say if I put inventory check as required, I can say you need to do the inventory check before leaving the store, otherwise you are not going to be able to close the visit. So this is really important because you can able to manage what they need to do when they go to the store. So for this example, I am going to leave all as non-required, and I'm going to click save because it takes a lot of time to fill everything. So I just want to show you. And I just came back to mobile application again, right? I am in the visit and I'm going to click the visit. As you can see now, we have the tasks that we assign are here: place an order, promotion check, inventory check, asset check. So you can start clicking these tasks and fill them as a field sales rep. For example, if you click, for example, a promotion, you go through a promotion. First of all, you start the visit, sorry, you have the time elapsed there, you see 0000, we just started the visit. And for example, if we go to promotion right now, we can feel how well the promotion are performing for that store, right? we can, as you see here, we have 4 promotion checks to do. Also, we can place an order, and here we have the promotion check. Yeah, so we have 4 promotions. In this, you can go inside the promotion and feel how well answer this question to see how well the promotion is being done. How well the promotion is like actually doing in that store, right? You have the details, which products are involved in the promotion. Another really important functionality that you can have here is the place an order. Let's say you want, okay, the store manager says, okay, I want 3 of these products. You can just go and order the product directly on the application where the field sales rep is there with you on the store. So this is really, really good, because otherwise the store manager needs to call a call center and, okay, I want this, or enter a web page. So this is just a matter of a minute. You can also check the inventory, right? Okay, you can check the inventory of products. Let's say you can check how much of a product you have in the store. Also, you can check the assets, for example, and there are plenty of stuff, and you also can create custom tasks. So you can say, I want something that is not as predefined here as default. For example, we are here on the asset check. The asset check, as you can see, you can check how your, for example, if you have coolers, how well your coolers are working right now, if they are working fine, if they are working bad, or what is happening. So I am not going to fill anything of this because it's a lot to fill, right? And we set this as non-required. So we are going to go ahead and end the visit right now. Yes, we click end visit, and we can set up additional comments. Let's say everything was okay, for example, and we click complete. Right now the visit has been closed. So we are now on the finish step, the final step, that is visit completion. So let's go back to Salesforce to see how the visit was finished. We are again on our visit. As you can see, the status is complete. So we finished the visit. And on the right, we have the action plan that we created assigned. So if we go to related there, we have the action plan assigned, and all the assessment tasks are in their status, right? You see all of them as not started right now, right? As I don't feel anything, but this is just to show you the power, how powerful this tool can be. Yeah, you have there the related assessment tasks and the required, as I mentioned. You can set some as required if you want to force the field sales rep to fill some of them. So this was, like in a nutshell, the retail execution on visit planning, which is the main process. And now I'm going to talk about some of the benefits of retail execution. So which are the customer benefits? I just looked through the visit creation and visit execution. You can also do the inventory check that I mentioned before. This means to track how well the stock of a product is, right? You can also do planogram checks and the promotion checks that I mentioned that are really, really useful if you want to track how well your promotion are doing for that specific store, right? You can do surveys. For example, yeah, you can submit survey for the store manager. You can do the order taking. You can create custom tasks, right? You can write code, for example, or configure Salesforce to have a custom task. And really important benefit is that it is integrated with Salesforce Maps, and this is really good for route optimization. Well, I hope you like this brief summary. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to submit them on the question section. And I will leave you now with Alejo that will finish this webinar with some interesting topics. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Chris. The demo was great. Hope all of you in the audience were able to enjoy it as I did. It was a really good picture of what Consumer Goods Cloud can do for you. And here we can find some of the brands that have already trusted Consumer Goods Cloud, big and small companies that are making the most out of them. And as Salesforce evolved, launching this cloud for the consumer goods and retail industry, CloudGaia is always evolving as well. And part of that evolution and what we've done to help our clients throughout this COVID-19 crisis is to develop a set of starter packs. What are the starter packs? Starter packs are concrete solutions that we've built to help you get quick wins out of Salesforce. So whenever you implement a starter pack, which is a set of standard Salesforce features that we've selected to help you get the most out of Salesforce and quickly, you will get a return on investment quickly. So this is really relevant for this moment and for your business. If you want to quick start with Salesforce and have a quick taste of it also for all your departments to start working with it, the starter packs are a really, really powerful solution. And we have developed a set of them. Here you can see all of them in the screen. And as this webinar is about how to create closer connections across your value chain using Salesforce, of course, I ordered these starter packs to be set as, for example, the value chain of your business or company. For example, you can start with Marketing Cloud, and that will help you start reaching your audience better, start building journeys to reach them better, to give them the right messages, and to start receiving the inputs from them and listening to them. For that also is really good the starter pack regarding Social Studio. With this, you will be able, for example, to listen conversations about your company or your different brands happening, again, for example, in your social media. If you have more than one social media, you will be able to see in only one photo what is happening in all of them and which are the main messages across your channels. That is really important for the first part, capturing leads, and also if the customers have already trusted your brand, listening what they are saying about it. If they are okay with it, if they are struggling with something, that is really important. And absolutely important also for you in this moment is to be able to sell and to sell efficiently. So there we have the starter pack for the Sales Cloud, which will help your sales team to be more productive and to automate your sales force. You will be able to automate reports, you will be able to automate dashboards, and you will have a better and clearer vision of your business and of course of your sales efficiency. And when there is a time to transact, to sell, we have the e-commerce, both B2B and B2C starter packs. These are really strong starter packs at this moment in time because of all what we've seen as consequences of the pre-COVID-19 pandemic. Things are accelerating, expectations of customers are changing all the time, so you need to be able to do the transactions in new ways. And if you do it in the traditional way online, you need to do it quickly and in a really relevant way. And finally, but not less important, is how you will attend your customers. Not only when they have bought one of your products or services, but after, when they need some information about them or they are struggling with some feature of them, you can have an all-in-one console for all your service agents to capture all the different claims or messages or inquiries from all the channels. This is really strong because you will also be able, for example, to receive a question regarding a product, let me say coffee or a shoe, and if the service agent detects that that client is interested in another product of your company, you can do an upselling or a cross-selling, and instantly the service agent will be able to create an opportunity to the sales team. So again, Salesforce is a solution that gives you a single and shared vision of your customer. So if the customer agent creates an opportunity, the sales agent at the same time, in real time, will be able to capture that opportunity and make it another sale for your company. So we are ready to help you evolve with Salesforce, to help you evolve your business. If you have any questions around the starter packs, you will find in the right-hand side of your screen, in the webinar panel, a handouts section with a file that you can download and start seeing more about our starter packs, more detailed information, and of course, you can obtain a free guide regarding our Service Cloud and our e-commerce cloud starter packs. And if you need extra information, do not worry, because we will offer a free private session after this webinar to start understanding which are your specific needs and start tackling them with this starter pack or with another solution, because this is a start to give a fresh start, but you can evolve the starter pack according to your specific needs. So let me finish this webinar by saying, again, a big thanks to all of you, to all of the audience, for being here in this slot in your agenda, and paying attention to us and sharing this space with us. On behalf of Chris and me and all of CloudGaia's team, thank you, all of you, and thank you, our partners in Savant that put all this together, and they really supported us to making it successful. Now I will turn back to Miran to jump in for the Q&A session. Thank you all.
Leo, Christian, thank you so much for the presentation. We got actually quite a number of questions. I'm conscious of time, so what I would suggest is we go through a few of the questions. Anyone that we can't reach as part of the webinar, we try to reach out to you directly in due course. But I've got a question here from Peter. What methodology do you use as a consulting partner to implement Salesforce?
Okay, I can tackle that, Chris.
Yeah, sure.
And then you can complement. What we do first is trying to understand the specific needs of our customers. So that is of our clients. So that is the first step, knowing what they need for the business, what they need to improve in their value chain, if it is in a specific area, or if they need to improve across different areas of their organization. And once we've got a clearer picture of that, we try to put that all together in a value proposal and a recommendation for them to start to be able to kickstart with Salesforce. Our teams are really specialized in Salesforce, and when they have a clear picture of the needs of our customers, they are really they really know how to do it in a good shape to analyze all that needs, and knowing the best practices of Salesforce, turn that into a roadmap in relation to Salesforce, of course. So that are the primary steps we do whenever we are tackling a Salesforce project.
Yes, adding just a little bit to what you say, Alejo. Actually, we ask the customer, what do you want to achieve, right? What is your main goal? And then we try to adapt to that. Let's say we are going to use Sales Cloud, for example, Service Cloud, and we try to evolve with him, right? Go on that path with them to see what really fits their needs.
Right.
Yes.
I've got question from Simon. Well, actually, a number of questions from Simon. So I'll try and see if I can get them connected. So regarding USA Online versus in-store, right, which said 5% versus 95%, do you have the stats for the UK? And also referencing the demo, recording a visit, do you have a geolocation data for the entry so that you can see where the entry was completed, right? And a final question from Simon is around, can you complete a visit record offline if you don't have a 3G, 4G Wi-Fi connection?
Okay, thanks. I will tackle the first part, and then Chris can tackle the other two questions. Regarding the UK, we do not have specific data regarding that distribution of the cake, regarding traditional retail and online sales, but we do know that is really similar data. The distribution across many countries, there are some of them like India and China that may not have that distribution. Perhaps online on that countries is getting stronger and stronger because UK and US were more mature at this point in time, but the data and the distribution is almost the same. What happens now, and we have data from UK also, is that the habits of the consumers have really accelerated into online transactions. Regarding the consumer goods cloud, if you can refresh the questions, Miran, for Chris, that would be great.
I know worry, I can.
Okay.
Yeah, regarding the geolocation, right? Yes, actually you have a store, right? And the store has a location. This is latitude and longitude. So you can, when the visit is complete, that visit is related to the store and the store has a location, right? So with that you can track geolocation. For example, you can do some reports between areas. For example, you can set, okay, all these areas going to be a province, for example, and you can have the report for that province. And related to the second question that is say, can you complete the visit record offline? Yes, definitely you can complete a visit offline, and once you are back online, this is going to be synced with Salesforce. So the data will be saved locally on mobile, and afterwards will be synced with Salesforce when you get back the connection.
Yes, and let me add to the first part of the question that what Salesforce Maps and Consumer Goods Cloud can do is when the visits are planned for the field sales rep, they will do a recommendation of which store to visit first based on the location of the store and also in data that you have been populating to Salesforce. For example, the time of each of the visits, it will make a recommendation of the route to go to that stores. And please have in mind that Consumer Goods Cloud have also artificial intelligence that will start capturing all the data that you are populating into it and start making better and better recommendations with time.
Yeah, totally agree, Alejo. Yeah.
Right. Got a couple of questions here from Francisco. Can I use the solution to train my sellers through videos, presentations, and other documents? And the mobile version doesn't work without internet.
Yeah, we just.
Sorry, can you repeat?
No, the second question is the mobile version. Does it work without internet? Yeah, we just cleared that, right? You can submit a visit without connection. And the question is, can I use the solution to train my sellers through videos, presentations,
and other documents?
Yeah, actually you can, Francisco. This is, I mean, for example, for Consumer Goods Cloud, you have every really important object mapped to Salesforce. So the people that is receiving the demo is going to really understand what they are talking about, right? A field rep, a dispatcher, a manager, right? The different user roles. For example, you can have a store, right? They are going to be able to visualize on their head what is that need for. So yeah, in fact, it's really intuitive to start using once you have it configured, right?
Yes, and let me add also that there is a part in the visit planning. There are some fields that you can give specific instructions to your field sales rep. So whenever you need to have a specific order or a specific thing to consider, you can do it in the Salesforce instance, and then that will replicate on the mobile app of the field rep.
Great. As I said, I'm conscious of time. There's quite a number of other questions as well. I would say we'll reach out to you and answer those questions directly. I want to take this opportunity to obviously thank everyone for attending the webinar today. As I said, if you require to have a one-to-one session with the team or have any questions answered, we'd be happy to do that with you. Please get in contact. I also want to remind you, please share your feedback with us. As I said at the beginning, this is the start of a series of webinars that we want to run within this domain. So please let us know what areas might be of interest to yourself. Delighted you joined us today. Hope to see you soon. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.